This stitch is the zigzag coral knot stitch. I'm going to work from right to left, and I'm going to work along 2 parallel lines. I've come up on the top line, and I'm going to do a regular coral knot stitch right here. This stitch is comprised of just regular coral knots, it's just that you do them in a zigzag pattern. So you take a little stitch, you take the thread on top of the needle and underneath it, and you pull that knot over to the left. You pull the knots in the direction that you're working. Now I'm going to go to the bottom line, and this time I'll point my needle upwards. And while my needle is in the fabric, I'm going to go across the needle and underneath it with the thread. And I will pull it through, and I want to get this a little bit pulled right here, so just pull it as you tug on that knot, and I'm going to pull to the left. Next I go to the top line and do a coral knot. My needle's in the fabric, I go across the needle and underneath, wrapping that thread around it. It is easy to just kind of pull this as you tug it, and then you go to the bottom line again. And this is all that you do, pointing one direction and then the next one the other direction. Always you're going to go up on the bottom line and down on the top line. Now that one, do you see how it tightened a little bit and left this loopy? All I have to do is just loosen that just a little bit and then pull the knot tighter. And that keeps a nice tension and consistency in how tight my threads are. So I'll do a couple more stitches here. This is a cute stitch that you could do across a seam or across 2 pieces that have a seam right here. It'd be cute to go across the trunk of a tree or a stem or a branch, really anywhere. It's a nice little stitch, and I love the coral knot stitch, and so this just is a nice one to enlarge upon that. Do a few more here. When you go to end it, you would just simply do a coral knot, and I'll end on the top since I started on the top. And then you just go down fairly close to where you ended, and that is the coral knot stitch that is zigzagged.